Days ago, my ambassadors came with me. I talked to them about my recycling, and what I expect from them is to also be interested in keeping our environment neat, starting from their homes. If they go to school, they tell their classmates like plastic. If you throw plastic, if they say any of their schoolmates throwing plastic, like, hey, this throwing plastic is not good. It's very harmful to the school environment, and it keeps our school environment very unclean. So I want them to know the importance of keeping our plastic cans neatly, to be interested in it, like to put focus in recycling. Brought you guys here as an ambassador to know that this recycling I'm also doing, you can also bring up your own ideas in doing other things you want to do. When I was little, my grandmother usually tells me to pick up cans to pick for her and keep at home. So that became part of my house chores at home. And if I pick up the cans to give her, she reuses them, she washes them and puts her household stores in it. So this idea came up it was coming up gradually, since my grandmother reuses her plastic cans, why don't others do that? So I had to come up with this idea to make others be aware of our plastic in our environment. Learning about plastic was a tough time for me, going through my school activities and about recycling. I'm doing Amazon recycling, I'm doing two schools now. I search about plastic, I do many researches about plastic. I also discovered that plastic doesn't decay. Some say that it takes up to 5,000 years or 500 years for plastic to decay, but plastic doesn't decay. That is why it's very, very harmful to the environment. Some people, if they drink water now, they dump it around. It blocks the drainage system. Where water flows through, it blocks them, and if it blocks them, it breeds mosquitoes, other harmful insects to our environment. And most times so far as if people see that this plastic is already littered in the environment, some dump it in the oceans, which is not good for aquatic animals, because it also harms us through the aquatic animals. Because maybe we want to eat like fish now, they misplace plastic cans, covers, plastic materials as food. So if they misplace it as food, they eat it and it becomes harmful to their body. When eat the thing into their body, or when we now want to eat that same fish that's injected plastic into the body, we eat it and it also harms us. That is in an indirect way. So plastic is harmful to the environment. We don't know. Plastic is everywhere, even in plastic cups, in our plastic cans. They're little tiny plastic, which are called microbeads. If we inject them into our body through our mouth, it causes sickness to the body. Why we have plastic and aluminium cans? Because aluminium is also part of the things that can't decay. It's also recyclable. So these days, I go to schools to teach children about recycling, climate change, and what non-recycling. If we don't recycle, what harm it causes to the environment. So the first time I had to go to school, I was feeling a little bit nervous because I've never talked in a school ground before. So I had to pick up courage to talk to students about recycling, because I know it's a good thing. I have to impart knowledge in children also. So I go to school, tell the teacher about recycling, and tell them that they should always be bringing plastic cans to school and we'll be packing them. So they brought plastic cans, which means they also derive joy in what I taught them. I love art and craft, so these plastic cans, I need to use it to design, because plastic cans can be useful in many ways. They can recycle it by myself. If I have time, I can use these plastic cans and be creative with my own mind. To do crafts, arts, because the plastic can, you can use it and do mat sets. Instead of going around buying mat set for your kids, just use plastic can and do mat sets. It will last because plastic cans decay. Yeah, there are some challenges I face, if I go to school trying to cope together with my schoolwork and my Green Amazon initiate my recycling activities also. Even some days I had to skip school in the morning to go to school, pick up plastic cans, tell children about recycling. That's what my challenge is there also. And my challenge is also again is maybe some people sometimes if they bring this plastic can, they say like, we'll give you this plastic can unless you give us money. Yeah. And we don't have money to like pay for them for giving us plastic cans. It's just a voluntary thing that somebody's supposed to know, people supposed to know. Because if I do not tell them to give me these plastic cans, you'll see them later around the environment. By doing this project, what I would like to achieve from this project is to let many people know, both adults, people, students, those who are going to school, to know that plastic in the environment is very harmful, and to make our environment greener, safer for the people, for us to live in.